This meeting is being recorded.
Okay, we're live whenever you're ready.
Are you ready? We're ready. All right, call to order. Can we stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with justice for all.
Introductions? Or roll call?
Chairman Ray Pankowski.
Jay Pankowski.
Chairman Ray Pankowski.
I can hardly hear you, Cheryl.
Can you hear me now?
No.
Can you hear me now? Oh,
Yes, that's good, thanks.
okay. Chairman Ray Pankowski.
It's Jay.
She's had one of those days.
I'm here.
Thank you. Commissioner Wells.
Here.
Commissioner Martin. Commissioner Sterrett. Commissioner Meyer.
Here,
Thank you. I'm showing all attending excepting Commissioner Martin, Commissioner Martin, Commissioner Sterrett. Verification of agenda posting. The agenda for the meeting of the Airport Advisory Commission of the City of Hollister on June 23, 2021 was posted at Hollister City Hall on June 18th, 2021 at 1 p.m. per Government Code Section 54954.2.
What day did you say that was posted?
It was posted on the 18th on Friday.
Okay. Moving on to the consent approve of the minutes from the May 26th meeting.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes of the May 26th meeting as noted.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Public input. I don't think we have
There's
anybody.
no public, obviously, in council chambers, not open yet, and no one on Zoom.
Okay.
Moving right along, can we go through reports?
Yes. Matching funds. Commissioner Meyer, this is the one that you were asking about. And in looking into this, truthfully, at this particular point, there really are no matching funds, but there's also no projects that require matching funds. We had a balance that we used, so we did a number of rather large capital improvement projects at the airport. And at this point, our 10% match that we had stored has been exhausted. And right now, our cash balance is a little bit in the red, but we actually operate in the black. Our fund balance is fine. Our cash balance is in the red right now. It won't be for long because we bring in about $100,000 more in revenue than we do in expenditures in a typical year. Did that answer your question, Commissioner Meyer?
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, we set that up about, what, 7 or 8 years ago, where that money could not be touched. A certain amount was set aside. But I guess we blew it all, I guess, huh?
It appears that it has been used. I see that there is a line item on the balance sheet that says $204,000 for a reserve for the match, but I want to confirm what exactly that is and confirm that it's there before I commit that to the commission.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. On CAL FIRE bases with helipad, the CAL FIRE actually had a Firehawk out at the Hollister airport, not last Friday, but the previous Friday, and it was amazing. It was interesting because there was a number of personnel from CAL FIRE there, and some of those individuals came the day before, and one of them, Battalion Chief Matt Streck, was there when we had another helicopter fly in and scattered matter because of the way it was flown all over one of our tenants' hangars. And he said he was glad to see that because he sees what the tenants are worried about at the airport. And he talked about the importance of not just the helicopter, not just the equipment, but also the mindset when you're going into a situation that's populated. And when they're in the middle of a fire, there's often times where they drop off crews when they're through there. So they have to be very careful. They're very cognizant of the areas around them because they have to be for safety reasons, for life and safety reasons. It was a great demonstration. To be fair, I was told by someone later that it can be done that way, but if you're, if in a real time situation, in a real lifetime situation, that it may not look like that. But I would think if there were lives hanging in the balance, that would be understandable. There's actually, at this point, there's 13 Firehawks coming into the state of California. The one that's earmarked for Hollister is already in Sacramento. It already has Hollister painted on it. And CAL FIRE is going about establishing the helipad to bring it online. And they're actually using some composite material. Instead of doing asphalt, they're using the same substance that the military uses to land their planes and to store their planes, whether it be on, on a carrier or on the airfield. But so they're going to be using that, which is something that can be taken up once it's done. If they want to go ahead and remove it, they can remove it. It's pricey. CAL FIRE's paying for it, but it only is supposed to take about 4 hours to put together and about that long to dismantle.
Do we know the location of where that helipad is going?
It is destined for near where the fuel tanks, the fuel trucks from the FBO are now, in that corner. And Mr. Leonardo is aware that that's coming in.
So it'll be on the pavement, not on the grass.
They're going to put the helicopter helipad material over the grass.
Okay.
And then they're going to situate it there. And the idea is that that's going to cover a large portion of that area, and then they're going to use river rock to cover the rest of it so that to reduce debris. That's the plan.
When CAL FIRE is not there for the season, will they remove that pad, or will it stay permanent even though that's a temporary type of material?
I do not think it's going to be removed because I do not believe that the helicopter is going to be leaving with the rest of the aircraft, because it's equipped with nighttime capabilities and because it's capable of doing rescues. The discussion is that the Firehawk will actually retreat back to where the planes are now, but it won't leave the airfield.
Okay.
that's the discussion at this time. It could change, but that's the discussion at this time.
Would it be possible to get some sort of video demonstration if we can't go to a CAL FIRE area that has
Yes.
already using this material? Maybe we could get a video demo of how that works?
Okay. Yes. We can certainly do that. There's a thing in your packet. It's huge because the writing is very, very small. But my colleague, Liz Castillo, she called around at a number of the bases here. And so far, it appears that there are 2 bases that have pre-existing helipads, and there's some that are just coming online. So we're the 4th helicopter, so we may be ahead of our time.
Right.
They may be videoing us, but absolutely, we will get what we can for sure.
And maybe we could get a demonstration when they come out next time.
Yes.
I saw them out there, but I didn't really know what they were doing, but
Yes.
it was nice to see them. It would be nice if they could give us some sort of little demo about, so we
It's-
could see it land and take off, even
It's
if
going to
it's
be
not
there,
on the
so
heli.
that doesn't seem like that's asking too much. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Thanks for this, too.
Sure.
That's good to have.
Yeah, I'll make a comment. That location looks like it's no problem at all for the rest of the airport or the tenants, the way I see it.
I don't see a problem either. I think it's more a benefit than it is an issue. And if we go through the season and there's issues, it doesn't sound like CAL FIRE wouldn't be very interested in what we have to say and be willing to fix it. So
Mm-hmm.
I think it's more a benefit than not.
Well, we won't know until we get there,
Right.
but I appreciate your willingness to give it a go. I do. The new hangar on West Side, that particular hangar was constructed by Bob Inns, and I was just asked to get a little information on it. It's not final yet. It's not occupied yet. It still needs to get PG&E there. It is not yet available, but it will be. And if there's anyone that wants to stop by and see it, take a look inside, I can give you the contact information for Mr. Enns.
Yes, I believe that he has it all set up for through the fence access too.
You could be.
Right, I
you could be
understand.
correct. It's in a prime spot. Right now, there's a problem with the asphalt back there. And I'm not sure that it could support on a regular basis a plane right now, but that's something that we know we need to work on.
The asphalt that's between the fence line and the T-hangers, right? Not the fence line and door building?
It's on your way to Fire Station 3,
Yep.
which is in the back of
That's right.
the airport there. That's, yeah,
Thank you.
sure. Entrance sign. Commissioner Wells, did you want to start with that?
Sure. We had talked at the last meeting about advertising on the new entrance signs on each side going into the airport. The vertical stabilizers that look so pretty. They do. And there was an idea of ways we could, decide, well, first of all, have businesses that are interested in advertising, and Cheryl provided a list of all the businesses at the airport, which is nice. And then she had a diagram of the, the way it would appear on the sign. I came up with a kind of a different idea before I saw this. I don't know if you guys might not have it online, the attachment. I'll send it to you, Fred. But it was I don't know if you saw it, it's in your packet, but I saw other airport use a similar kind of thing where they used vinyl wrap rather than damage the vertical stabilizer and, put racks or any kinds of signs over it that would scratch it. There's a vinyl wrap that you can use to make a sign that's wrapped on there. And then depending on if it's a bigger, it would be more expensive to have your sign at the top, maybe in bigger letters. And then, so the cost would be based on how, where you were in the order of the signs, I guess, or how big the business was, and the airport would charge accordingly, or come up with a fee for those. The vinyl wraps would allow you not to damage underneath, and you could change them pretty easily, I think, and it wouldn't damage the actual sign itself if it didn't work out, and it wouldn't flap around. And then we were thinking maybe on the other side, on one side we'd have the businesses, and on the other side maybe the organizations like the EAA chapter, the Hollister Airmen's Association, and maybe we would, maybe there would be a special fee for those. I don't know. We would still might want to have it out there because there really is nothing at the airport that really says where the Hollister, EAA chapter 1264 is located here and those sort of things. I also thought that inside the airport, once you get in, it seems like there should be some directional signs to those businesses because even though you have the signs out there, when I come in, I don't know where the skydiving is, and it's all the way down at the end. So if they had like little directional signs that just directed you to the different areas, it would just maybe be by the stop sign, or going each way going out. And I don't know if the restaurant really has a sign. I think it has a lit up sign, but it's not real. Yeah. So maybe, everybody knows that it's been busy and it's really good. They're doing great. But I just wanted to add those things because I thought I might as well check out what other organizations or business parks are doing. And these are kind of taken from business parks, but also airports. I don't know if anyone else has any input about it. No? Also, I believe the lights light up at night that go
Yes.
around, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if the lettering could also be in some kind of, for the businesses, if it's in white or something, it might glow in the dark or,
Right.
Not that anyone wants to go in there at night and read the signs or find a business that's probably closed, but it would be nice to have, you don't want bright lights or anything, but if they just kind of were, neon or not neon, but what is it when they glow in the dark? Like a white print that you can see at night when the lights are on.
When wintertime comes around, Sabrises would appreciate that because they're, sun will be down before dinner and they're still going to be open for business. So that's not a bad idea.
That's true.
So that's my only idea. I'll send it to you, Fred.
Well, would these be vinyl stick-on signs you're talking about, or what?
Right. There's probably various options for that, but, you can have, easily get vinyl signs made that stick on, and they don't do any damage, just like you cover a car. A lot of people use them for covering wheels if they don't like the color, and
We cover airplanes with them.
and they're easy to take off and put on. I can't imagine that we're going to change them often. It's just that if someone doesn't want to renew their advertisement for the next year, depending on if it's a yearly fee or monthly, whatever it is, then they would be taken down and the others would go up, or someone might want the bigger one. And I mean, it might be that we just have a background, one solid black background or gray or something that matched, and then the signs would, the vinyl, that would be vinyl that covers, and then the lettering on top that would be easy to move around.
Are the wings or stabilizers, are they metallic? Could you put magnets on it?
No,
I don't know if you could do a magnetic sign or not. They are metal. I'm not sure how thick they are.
They're aluminum.
They're aluminum.
No.
They're aluminum.
Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, I asked the same thing to my husband.
Vinyl it is.
He said, no, Renee.
Yeah. Well, the sign maker had some signage he wanted to show us. As I don't know if you would like me to see if maybe I could get a report from him.
Oh, that'd be
Just
great.
for, because one of the things that he was talking about that you addressed is the order of the signs and how many signs would it, because his original design had 4 signs on each side and they mirrored each other, so it would support 4 businesses.
Right.
And I see where you've been able to accommodate more businesses, and his solution puts holes in the aluminum, and but then it's supposedly the same holes are used time and time again. I think.
Well, it would be good to get his opinion, because I don't make signs and I don't know how this vinyl wrap is. It was just an idea, so he probably knows everything about every kind of material to make a sign for, and maybe he would have some suggestions, or, you know,
Okay.
this would be better. I don't know how, you know, permanent. I would hate to have holes put in them, but you know, it's,
If they're being used, they're being used.
they're
right?
being used,
Yeah.
right?
True.
They look so nice. And I was thinking it would be nice to have all one, to make it look professional rather than colored signs or with logos and everything.
That's the other thing he was speaking to as well,
Yeah.
because I know there were some people, understandably, that wanted to have their logo on the sign, and that was one of the things that he recommended against.
And maybe the directional signs could have the logo, you know, like,
Yeah.
that way they could, you know.
Let me see, perhaps I could contact him and see if he has any ideas, or if he would be willing to maybe call in for a phone conference, if that would be possible.
That would be great.
Okay.
If I may just interject for a second. I've been trying to work with Mark to get connected, but he's having trouble with his email. He's not receiving the emails. Even from my personal Gmail account, he didn't get that one either. So there's something going on there. So I told him I'd let everybody know.
I'm sorry for that. Okay. Open house.
We had kept on the agenda the open house and fly-in. I was thinking that since we were not going to have the 4th of July, the fireworks and anything around that, it would be nice to get something in maybe in September, October, if we could do some kind of fly-in, airport open house. I forget the last time we did that, where there was cars. There was a car show in one corner, and some food, you know, some.
Gotta eat, yeah.
But it's been a while since we've had anything like that. I'm going to be doing something with the EA chapter on July 31st to just have our first meeting in a long time. and have a little barbecue outside our meeting room. But it's just, you know, it's for our EA members just to get some, and see how many people feel comfortable coming together. It's not gonna be, you know, 15 people or 10 or something, but see other thoughts about that. But it would be nice to get it back on the agenda as far as, or back in looking at something to do with the airport. How do you feel, Fred?
Well, it takes a lot of organizing and a lot of volunteer work, and where are you gonna get all those people?
I'll harness them.
It's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work, but it's also fun. Do you agree?
Sure. I've never
It's
been on a
fun.
flight.
No? Well, since I hear it all the time, is Hollister is not, you know, the airport hasn't done a air show, and now we're not doing fireworks, and I see little comments online about, well, you know, everybody's anxious. That's such a big space to be able to do something, and there's plenty of parking and that sort of thing. So I think it would be nice to at least try to get something going.
I just want to share that October 11th through the 14th is the NBAA conference. It's the annual conference. It will probably be the only one we will get to this year. But the city of Hollister is planning to go. The Hollister Municipal Airport has been at the, it's like a trade show, but it's a conference for 5 or 6 years now. And I think it's really starting to pay dividends. So fly-ins are great, just maybe not that week.
Right. It might be too soon to try to get something for this year, but at least we could, you know, talk about early next year. It takes a long time to get something like that planned. So if we can set aside some time, and I know the Salinas Air Show is in October 31st, so you know, that's kind of hard to plan something around that too.
I think that the airport's 110th birthday is in May of next year. So if we were looking for something that we wanted to work towards, but we wanted to give ourselves a little bit of time, that plaque is actually hanging up in the, there's a certificate on the wall talking about the first flight. And so if you would like, I'll get that and I'll email it out to you.
Okay.
And see if that looks like a fun day.
Okay.
Okay.
That would be great.
Okay.
And a good time to do it, you know, May.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sure.
Joe, can I go back to the first item, the matching funds? Is there a plan to put some funds in that now, or what?
They should accrue over time. We have, we've taken over the care and ownership of a hangar building at the airport, and that's raising some additional revenue that hadn't come to the airport before. We're also negotiating with CAL FIRE an amendment to their lease, which will increase those revenues as well. We typically come in with revenues over expenditures on a typical year anyway, but we should have those funds by the time we have a CIP project ready to go for them, because what we need to do is we need to update our ALP, and you need to have an updated ALP if you want to get federal grant funding. So we have Taxiway 6 environmental work set up, and we have that ALP update coming in the next couple years, and then that will set us up for years to come. You submit that, and it's a 10-year plan, but it's usually for like the first 5 years, and then you may need to adjust. But by the time we have that project, we should be fine in terms of having some matching funds. And again, there's a section on the balance sheet where it actually indicates $204,000 reserved for matching funds. So I cannot at this moment say definitively that there are no matching funds, but I would like to confirm that.
All right, thank you very much. Yeah, I think it's important that we keep matching funds if we want to get FAA grants and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
I agree.
Okay. Oh, item F. And that is the interim director's announcement, and I am the interim director. I need to inform the commission that I will be retiring from the city of Hollister, and my last day will be July 16th. So we will take care of these questions before that time. And it has really been my honor to be with the city.
Oh,
Thank you.
it's emotional. We appreciate it. I was hoping
Hey,
that this
you're ranting out
airport.
on us. What's this?
Yeah.
You're doing a great job.
Oh, thank you so very much.
Great job.
I have loved it here, so. But I don't look as happy as I feel, I think. But I have some things going on in my life, and her name is Elsie. She's 5 months old. And
Granddaughter.
Yes, my granddaughter. And I just need to devote my time there.
You've earned it.
Good for
Thank
you.
you.
Yeah, you
Thank
have
you.
earned it. I was hoping that this announcement was going to be that you were taking it permanently,
Oh,
but
thank you.
you know, you've done a great job, and I've really enjoyed working with you. And
I've really enjoyed working with all of you.
are you going to
yeah.
stay in town?
We were thinking we were gonna, we got crazy. We were gonna move to Fresno. And so we went to Fresno. That's where my daughter lives. It was 115. And
You're
there
not
was,
going to Fresno.
we're gonna need to take a year and think about it.
Yeah.
But it doesn't. Fresno, you know what? Fresno has an airport, and I think Sarah's in the flight pattern. Maybe I can make that work. But I absolutely will address the issues we brought up today. And I have every intention of coming to watch when the Firehawk actually comes and relocates. There's many, many things that are really exciting on the airport and new, and I don't want to miss it. So now they're just going to have to, kick me out. But
You're not going to do that.
it's been wonderful.
Thank you for all you've done.
Thank you.
So who's going to fill in for you? Do you know?
At this time, I don't know. I know that Brett's on it. He's working on it. Oh, and our next meeting will not occur in July. The city has an annual legislative recess. And so the next meeting back will be August 25th. So I'm going to be touching bases with Battalion Chief Firth at CAL FIRE, because if between now and August 25th, the helicopter comes online sometime before that, try to make sure that we can get in and get a tour and
Okay.
and see. Okay.
Do we have any old business?
I don't think we do.
I don't think so.
Do we have new business?
No new business.
I don't have anything. Fred, do you have any new business?
Maybe an update on the Bob Ends situation, and also the new hangar that's for Sal Rubino. What's going on there? Those two items. See what the status is of it.
Okay. Gotcha.
That's about all I can think of right now.
We'll keep moving along. Items for next agenda. I have a sign update from the vendor. Just different types of signs and more information from him. Them. I think we should continue to also look at the open house fly-in or the 110-year anniversary.
Gotcha.
Do we want to leave the CAL FIRE on the?
Just like a status update.
And I guess we'll hear about the interim director at that time.
Probably.
I guess we should add it on there.
I'll put it down.
Move along to action items. Don't have any.
No, sorry.
Next meeting, you said there's no meeting in July. The next meeting will be August 25th, 2021.
Yes.
Motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn on behalf of Tony Babbs, who passed away recently. He was a longtime member of the EAA and the Hollister Airmen's Association. Fred could probably talk a little bit more about him, but I just wanted to adjourn the meeting on his behalf, or make a motion to.
Yeah, I'll second that. Yeah, Tony was also a president for quite a few years for the chapter. Very close friend of mine.
There's a memorial service on Saturday, if anyone's able to attend, or if you've known him. All in favor?
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Adjourn.
The recording has stopped.
I didn't know about Tony. What a nice man.